Alright, welcome back to another PvP pet battle video. This is Linica, and today I'll be doing hopefully only battles with tier 2 pets. That's the plan, and my goal is to probably try to get 3 wins, but we'll see how it goes. Let's see, we're going against an MPD, Little KT, Jade Owl. I kind of feel like he'll open with one of these two, probably not the Jade Owl. So I'm going to start with the Prairie Mouse. It'd be great if he starts with the MPD, because I'll be able to get that elemental dot on him. Also, I can break his decoy with a flurry. Well, that might be a little loud. Let me fix that. Chopin. Alrighty, that should be a little better. Well, I'm doing pretty good here, so I guess I will go ahead and do another flurry. I can actually take out this MPD very quickly with the Prairie Mouse. He has a great matchup. Go for another flurry. And he's gonna die in one more flurry. Prairie Mouse is so good against the MPD, it's almost unfair. If he swaps out, he dies in the back line to dots, so nothing really he could do there. And then we'll see what he brings in here. He's going to bring in the little KT. I'll go ahead and throw up the dot, see what he throws at me. Oh, that's perfect. Getting a dot on that bird is fantastic news. That was definitely a misplay for him to bring in that KT for a round. So now I'm sure he has Thrash. How am I faster? Oh, the Jade Owl is just a magic pet. Got you. Well, I'm gonna go for a flurry. He might go for an adrenaline rush here. He's gonna go for the lift off. I'm gonna go for a survival in case he hits really high. He didn't, but it's still gonna protect me for this round. I'm gonna go for a flurry here. If he doesn't go for an adrenaline rush, I can actually kill him on the next round. Oh, okay, well, now I'm gonna swap. Yeah, I mean, at that point, I had a pretty good matchup against him. I was probably gonna bring in my mechanical. So yeah, there's a win. Let's play with this team. Both of these teams that I'm playing here are pretty inspired by Disco Doggy. He loves the Prairie Mouse. He loves the Spirit Crab. I also love these pets. And then this team definitely inspired by Disco Doggy's most recent video. I remember he used a Leviathan Hatchling Restless Shadeling combo, and it looks like a lot of fun. Fell Spider's probably an interesting choice. Probably I could choose a slightly better pet to round this team off with, but I just really like the Fell Spider. He's a lot of fun. And if you have a Primal Cry up, Fell Spider's actually faster than the Tarot Claw, even with its racial. Alrighty, so let's see, what's he going to open with? Probably one of these two. I would imagine he's going to open with the Sprite Darter Hatchling. So I'm going to start with my Fell Spider. I'm going to get a poison on him. And then if he throws out a Cyclone, I'm going to throw up a Brittle Webbing so that every time that Cyclone hits, it will recoil and hit him. I might throw down a Brittle Webbing regardless, but we're going to see what he uses. And it looks like he's lagging out or something. No, he just took a while to make his move. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and throw up that Brittle Webbing. I'm going to bring in the Restless Shadeling. Go for a Plagued Blood. If I can get that Plagued Blood on the Sprite Darter Hatchling while he still has some dots, then it's going to heal my Fell Spider, and even extra heals under Moonlight, so this is looking pretty good. He went for the life exchange, but it's not too big of a deal. I wonder if the Brittle Webbing heals my Fell Spider. It does not. But the Plagued Blood does. Alrighty, so his Racial's active, but I don't think he quite kills me here. I'm gonna go for a second Arcane Blast, and the poison will take out the Sprite Darter Hatchling. So, my undead is pretty low. I am going to dodge, since I am faster than Graves. He might just go for AoE. I'm gonna go for an Arcane Blast. I will throw up a Plague Blood, but not until my undead round, because I want my other pets to be able to heal. It's gonna bring in Zufu. I'm really relieved about that, honestly. I was worried about being stuck in a potential 1v1 against him later. He's gonna go ahead and throw out that feed. It's gonna heal a lot under Moonlight. But now I'm gonna be able to throw up a Plagued Blood and then either dot him with my Leviathan Hatchling or my Fell Spider. I'll probably bring in the Fell Spider just because the Leviathan Hatchling has a slightly better matchup against Graves. And he's just gonna pass. Okay. Yeah, I think I will bring in the Fell Spider. He's going to be able to heal with that Plagued Blood. And then once my Racial's activated, I'm going to be able to do a nice strong Puncture Wound for a double heal and like an over 700 damage. This might actually kill him. If this doesn't kill him, the poison will. Yeah, he barely survived, but the poison will kill him. Alrighty, so I have a 1v1 with the Leviathan Hatchling and Graves. Now, do I want to go for the Poison Spit? I think so. That's going to hit pretty hard, but it's not that bad. Oh, that Grand Canyon Suite is a little loud. There we go. He went ahead and went for his heal. Oh, that crit is going to at least force a draw. And I'm getting low-end hits. And, yeah, unless I get... Oh, he got another crit. If he hadn't gotten those two crits, I might have been able to kill him right before he used his second Consume Corpse. But I didn't, so that's okay. Lost to a Graves is no big deal. Here, I'll use this team. It should be a lot of fun. If I run into that MPD, I'll have a really good matchup because I have 2 Decoy Breakers on my team. Oh, Fiendish Imp. Huh. Well, 2 decoys. So, the fact that I'm using this team named Dare You to Decoy should probably be an indicator of my chances here. Now, is he going to bring in the Fiendish Imp at the beginning? I think he might. So, I'm going to apply a bleed to him before he can gate me out. I figured he would see that big green arrow and be like, oh boy, yes please. And of course that was exactly what he did. So, now I am going to throw a Wild Magic on him. That bleed is going to tear right through him. He swapped out. That was smart. I think he knew what I was doing. So now, I am going to bring in the Sharp Talon Hatchling. Throw up another bleed. That bleed on the MPD is going to erase his health bar. And I will just go for a Sharp Talon or Falcosaur Swarm. Wait, he's running Flyby? Flyby's terrible. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, yep. Health bar erased. As promised, there is no more health bar on that MPD. Alright, of course he's gonna swap me out. You can't resist that green arrow. Alrighty, I'm just gonna go for a quick burn here. Oh, he has flamethrower. What are you doing? You're running the wrong breed. You're using the wrong move. Well, I was all scared of this fiendish imp until I realized he has the wrong breed and the wrong moves. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up an immolation. Swap to the back line. That decoy will break in the next round. And I should be able to get a blood in the water off before kicking the bucket. I don't think bombing run hits me for half damage. Doesn't count as a dot, but I'm doing fine here. My oh yeah, that crit sealed the well. It was GG. My core fire imp is faster than you, and he has all this elemental damage. Ooh, that crit pretty hard. But yeah, it's GG. Wild magic for the win. Winning with dots. Yeah, that was a really good matchup for me. So that's 2 wins so far with no tier 1 pets. Let's go for a third. I want to use a Squirky team. Squirky doesn't count as tier 1 to me. He's a very high tier 2. But he's not a tier 1 pet. Oh wait, no, I just made this team. This team looks fun. Never mind. I'll play with Squirky if I can't get a win with this team. But this team's pretty strong for a tier 2 team. The synergy between the Ghost Maggot and the Fell Flame is really strong, especially if you are running Immolation like I am. The reason I have Immolation here is, first of all, the synergy with Plague Blood is better than with oh, I got to play, by the way, I got to play this piece with an orchestra once. It was super fun. Austin Civic Orchestra, shout out to them. They're great, and I got to play 3 movements of the Grand Canyon Suite, including that one. I played the piano / celesta. It was super fun. Really cool piece by Ferde Groffet. But yes, back to this team. I ran Immolation here because originally this third slot was the pocket cannon, and I just gave up on that. I was gonna do a spotlight on him. Well, yeah, if I'm queuing into a green pet, I'm very glad I didn't choose a Squirky. That's now fun to beat up on a newer player with Squirky. So instead I will beat up on him with a Ghost Maggot. Let's see, I'm probably just going to start with his first slot, so I'm going to throw out my Fell Flame, take a little bit of damage, and then swap. He'll probably just throw a Curse of Doom on me though, so that'll kind of mess with my healing strategy, but not too much. I mean, Bone Prison would mess with it a lot more because I wouldn't be able to swap out. Gonna throw out my Immolation. Got dots rolling. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any sort of Shell Shield ability. Is he gonna go for that Absorb spec? I wonder. Well, I'm not going to stay in to find out. Okay, he's going for Shadow Slashes. So here, I'm going to throw out my Plague Blood, and that Plague Blood is going to start healing my Fell Flame for quite a bit. And the nice thing about Immolation and Scorched Earth is unless he has a Weather Changer or a Shell Shield, he can't actually stop it by swapping or anything. I don't have an actual dot on him. I just have passive dots with the Weather and Immolation, which hits the frontline pet. So yeah, he can kind of mess with it by swapping out. I take that back. Don't listen to me. He can actually kind of mess with my strategy by swapping out the pet that has the Plague Blood on it, but I can always reapply Plagued Blood. I could just spam it if I wanted. And if he was a humanoid, I probably would be doing that. So I'm going to go ahead, reapply it. I probably die to a Shadow Slash here. I do. but I'll be able to either get out a Plague Blood or a Ghostly Bite. Most likely a Plague Blood, just so I can continue to heal my Fel Flame. Because even after taking that Curse of Doom, he's still up over 1100 health, which is really very nice. He had 2 dots on him, actually, Siphon Life, which is... It's very minimal damage, but, I mean, it's still damage. This is a great time to get to show off this strategy. So I'm just going to go for that Plague Blood, let my Fel Flame continue to heal. Alrighty. Let's see. I am just going to throw up a Scorched Earth here. That will heal me, first of all. And then the 2 ticks for my dots will heal more. And then I will reapply Immolation and probably swap. I have such a great matchup with my Cogblade Raptor and against the bear, and such a terrible matchup against the Fetid Waveling that would be kind of silly for me to stay in on my Fel Flame here. So his Beast Racial is active, but I should be... I mean, I am actually not going to go for the Exposed Wounds because I don't want to kill him too fast. I want to be able to get as much kind of healing out as possible. Okay, so he's going to go for a Maul, but he might actually just die to dots here. He didn't quite die to dots, so I'm going to go ahead and throw out a Batter. And then Fel Flame is the same speed as the Fetid Waveling, but I'll be able to throw out a Screech right before kicking the bucket. So now I'm going to throw out an Exposed Wounds, and it's kind of a race against time. Oh, he has a bad matchup against me, though. That Elemental with magic damage, so I'm actually in a pretty good position here. I'm going to go ahead and... He can't kill me with anything that I can see, so I'm going to go ahead and hit him with a Batter and then hit him with a Screech on the next round. Just so that my Fel Flame will be faster than him. And my Fel Flame is still so high health. He just heals so much with that Plagued Blood. Alrighty, so Fel Flame is all that is left, but he has Exposed Wounds and Speed Reduction on him, so a Scorched Earth ought to just about kill him, and then he will die to my dots. Oh! Oh, but wait. But wait. He has healed. What a plot twist. And he finally goes down. It's a cool pet. I really like that pet. It's moves, but I hate its breed. Health Balance is like my least favorite breed. Can't stand it. Alrighty, so there's 3 wins and a loss, but that loss was against a Grave, so I don't feel too bad about that. Also, like I said, I think didn't I lose with this team? I think so. Yeah. I could probably pick a better third pet than the Fel Spider. I like this combo a lot, but that Fel Spider is probably not my best bet. It's leaving me with kind of a lot of beast damage and just not too much synergy really between them, except obviously what I liked about it was the Poison Spit from the Leviathan Hatchling and the Puncture Wound from the Fel Spider, but it's probably not worth it. So I should probably do a little bit more work on that team. What might work a little better that is tier 2? Well, here's something. If I used the Royal Peachick, I could actually throw out Dazzling Dance, and maybe I could use like Dazzling Dance and Rain Dance. More likely I'd use Dazzling Dance and Feign Death, and then Quills. Quills is what you want if you're running Dazzling Dance. And although Rain Dance is perfectly fine, I just don't really have anything else to synergize my Rain Dance with. So I'd probably go with Feign Death. That would be good because I have that flying damage. I have a Dazzling Dance, which is quite a bit better than Primal Cry, and just to kind of diversify my moves. So that could just might be a fun team. But I might actually replace the Leviathan Hatchling rather than the Fel Spider. Gotta do some work on making a strong team with the Leviathan Hatchling. But I don't want to just throw in tier 1 pets either, because that's not particularly fun. Of course, you'll do fine if you throw a Leviathan hatchling with, say, a Wicked Soul and an Orphaned Fellbat, of course you'll win battles because you'll two-pet everything you run into with your Fellbat and your Wicked Soul. They're such a strong combo. What team do I have with it? I was thinking, if I haven't created it already, I'm going to add this to my tier 1 teams right now. Imp. Yeah, alright, so here's like one of the strongest teams in the meta right now. I haven't actually seen it yet, but we're going to start seeing it, trust me. Wicked Soul. Fiendish Imp. Scarbo. Ooh, let's listen to Scarbo. I'm feeling like Scarbo. If y'all are not familiar with this piece, it's awesome. And I'll go ahead and turn up the volume a little bit so y'all can hear, because it's a really cool piece. By Revel. Oh, and then the Orphaned Fellbat. Ooh, spooky. Spooky music. And as far as strategy, I probably want to put the Orphaned Fellbat in the bottom slot. Yeah. I'm liking that better. Okay, that might be a little loud. Alright. We're gonna do one last battle. One last battle with this team, which is... This team is true cancer. It is... it's pretty embarrassing if I lose with this team. I mean, if I queue into a Triple Darkness team, I might be beaten, but, like, this team is actually way stronger than the, Tarot Claw Fiendish Wicked Soul. What should I name it? Has to be a fell pun. Perfect. Class A felony. Alright, let's turn down the volume a little bit while we do this battle. If the queue doesn't pop, I might just leave this team for later, but... Oh, this team right here. This team looks too strong. I mean, like I said, the only thing I can think of that would really beat it would be a Triple Darkness team. It just has so much healing, so much dot pressure. Decoys obviously will just melt against this team. Mechanicals will melt. You might have a little bit of trouble against critters, I suppose, because you have a lot of elemental damage, but critters aren't that strong, and any critter that I can think of, you're just going to be able to out-heal them, and eventually take them down with, dots. Oh, duh. I want to get this credit. What else might do good against this team? An Emperor Crab would obviously do really well because he can soak all those dots. But I mean... Unless he plays unless the crab is played really well, you can still burn him down pretty well because you have the Black Claw to enhance your dots. Alrighty, so I'm so sorry. My apologies to whoever I just queued into. I promise I just wanted an excuse to listen to Scarbo. Okay, I'm just kidding. I like it's sometimes fun to play really... Okay, you're playing a really strong team. This should be fun. Let's see. He might bring that rabbit seeing the Wicked Soul. So I'm going to bring in the Orphaned Fellbat. Yeah, not predicted you. Gonna throw up the dot on the rabbit. If he doesn't dodge, I'm gonna be able, or swap, I'm gonna be able to get the dot with a black claw and that rabbit will melt. Okay, and he swapped. Smart. Now the question is, do I want to... Do I want to bring in the Wicked Soul? Yes, I do. I was thinking about going for the Black Claw, but I would rather go for the Wicked Soul because now he doesn't have a dodge available. So I'm going to go for the Haunt. If he tries to bring the rabbit, of course it's going to land anyways before he can get off that dodge. And now he's just going to straight... well, now here's the thing. You can either throw up a Black Claw and have him melt to dots, or you can bring in your Fiendish Imp and swap him out so he takes all those dots on the back line and he'll melt anyways because that's a lot of dot pressure. Oh, he juked me. Good job. Well played. Alrighty, so I'm just going to throw out my Immolation. He's going to die to 2 more rounds of dots. This team is so dotty. And an Emperor Crab will do really well. This Crusher might actually give me some trouble. But I do have a Wicked Soul, so I'm going to bring in my Orphan Fellbat just to heal and kill him with a heal as well. Oh, he has a Ghostly Bite. Neato. Well, I'm going to kill him with a heal. That'll heal me to about 90% health. Oh, it's just 80%. That's okay. And then I will take that Ghostly Bite on my Wicked Soul, who can then throw out an AoE heal to my team, topping them all off. Oh, he went for the Cyclone instead. Maybe he doesn't know I have Haunting Song, but that would have been much better for him to go for the Ghostly Bite for sure. I'm going to go for the heal here. He's going for his Flurries. That's going to bring my Racial back on the Fellbat. I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Fellbat here. He's going to go for his dodge. My Racial's almost gone. What do I want to do? I'm going to go ahead and take that Flurry with my Humanoid that does weak damage to him. Oh, he went for the Burrow. I could have stayed in on my Fellbat. Well, that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and go for a burn here, since I am going to for sure hit him. And there's a very high chance he'll swap because he has the weak matchup versus me. I mean, I have weak damage as well, but like I heal whenever I do damage and he doesn't, so... I'm going to go for an Immolation here, in case he swaps. He did swap. And then I'm going to swap him right back. Alrighty, I'm predicting a dodge here, so I will swap. There's the dodge. So I'm going to be able to top my, or bring my Racial back to the Fellbat. That's really all I need the heal for. I want to save my Wicked Soul for later for sure, so I'm going to bring in the Fellbat here. Is he going to go for damage? He did! Well played. He's going to just take my Racial. But if he goes for a Burrow, then I'll be able to heal on the next round. So, yeah, he's going to go for that Burrow. He was probably predicting the Drain Blood. So now that he is out of avoidance, I will be able to heal past my Racial. I'm going to be able to get a dot on the rabbit. And this is exactly what I was talking about earlier, where you can just, yeah, a critter can give you trouble, but you can just out-heal it with this team because it is so healy. It is ridiculously healy. He might throw up his Shell Shield, which will kind of mess with me. But he's getting low on his Crusher already, so he's going to be able to throw up his Shell Shield. Now here's the thing: I'm pretty sure Drain Blood goes right through Shell Armor. Oh, and he brought in the Spring Rabbit, so I'm going to be able to get a dot on. That was a misplay. He should have gone for damage. Maybe he predicted a swap. I bet he predicted a swap into the Wicked Soul, and that's why he brought in the Rabbit. But that Rabbit's going to die to dots, and yeah. So I won a couple of the mind games, and then there at the end, he just mispredicted what I would do. But I mean, this team is so strong. It's not very strong against Bone Serpents, but it'll kill any Tarot Claw. Any Tarot Claw team. Clone Dance would do okay against it, but we have really good Haunters, so I mean AoE doesn't do that great against it because you can just kill one of your pets so they don't take AoE damage, and then your other two pets just heal so much. So this team right here, yeah, when people start realizing how good the Felbat is, I predict we will see a lot of this team. It's just so strong. Emperor Crab ought to do really good though, like I said, as long as you play it smart and, you know, basically don't try to take too much damage on him. Emperor Crab, what would I probably use to counter this team? I don't know. Clone Dance would do really pretty good. It would do really pretty good. Oh, okay, so Emperor Crab with the Warbot. I was just kidding, I want the Warbot in the third slot. And then for my first pet... Yeah. For my first pet... Yeah, so here's how you do it: is you have two pets that can soak haunts well, because you can either throw out mines to prevent swaps, or you can soak with your Emperor Crab. The Warbot isn't that good though, because the Imp is really good against him. Are there any non-mechanical? You can't use the humanoid either because of the Wicked Soul. So Minefield might not be the best team. Oh, a trap will mess up this team. A trap will destroy this team. So I'd probably choose Lil Ragnaros. I don't know. I think I'm trying too hard to use items to counter that team. I probably would still go with the Curious Wolvar Pup. Probably this build. This build. And then for the third pet, probably a Bone Serpent. Like I said, the Bone Serpent does counter that team really well because of the darkness. And probably a health Bone Serpent, because my team is so fast. You're not going to be outspeeding it with a speed Bone Serpent. So this team right here would counter it really well. Anything with a trap is really going to mess with it, or mines is going to mess with the swapping. Emperor Crab really does well, and then the Bone Serpent does well. Even though there is a counter synergy between these two pets counter so many of the strongest pets in the meta that typically is still a really strong team to put them together. So yeah. Alright. Well, that might counter it pretty well. I'll have to do some more thinking about what might... That is way too loud. Calm yourself down, Mr. Chopin. Alrighty. Well, anyways, I meant to just do tier 2 pets. Shame on me. I did a tier 1 team. More like a tier 0 team. That's so strong. But I just kind of wanted to show y'all that team because it's so strong. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed. I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.